What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we are jumping in with another Destiny 2 video, this one ahead of the next weekly reset coming up to the game on the 16th of December. Of course, this will only be the second weekly reset after the launch of the Renegades expansion, so it's been a busy couple of weeks and we still get a bit of new content rolling out this reset. So first up, we'll speak about all of the Renegades related stuff. Of course, we get the refresh for the dungeon, syndicate shipments and things like that. Additionally, there will be a game update this week and we get the launch of the Dawning for the year. So like we said, a bit of new loot coming into the game, some additional updates and changes, as well as the final news updates from Bungie for the year. So I'll keep you posted throughout the week as always, but for the moment we'll round up what to expect. If you enjoyed the video, a rating very much helps us out on the channel. And if you want to help us out with the algorithm, say something about the kernel down in the comment section. That would really help us out as well. Otherwise, now let's get into it. And so, starting out with our Renegades content initially, just like last week, we can expect to see syndicate shipments based on our weekly progress here at the various factions in Tharsis Outpost. So, in case you missed them last time, the shipments will actually appear up here, opposite the spider, so keep an eye out for those at weekly reset. We will additionally see the first weekly reset for the Equilibrium dungeon, which of course only launched at the weekend. So if you didn't complete it on contest and you're relying on repeatedly running it for the exotic, for instance, that means we get refreshed chances at the exotics. Also, the quest that we got from Orna, if you can complete it, will give us Praxic Blade upgrades, so we can get the rest of the mods that we weren't able to get from other sources. On top of that, it will open up attunement in the dungeon and things like that. And even things like the armor set. I only have some tier 4 and 5 pieces here, but this is pretty good if you're rocking swords, these bonuses. So certainly a bunch of pretty cool stuff inside of the dungeon. Also, that quest will drop you some tier 5 weapons from the dungeon, which is nice. So you can always look up exactly how to complete that to clear all the puzzles and things like that inside of the dungeon. And let us know your general impressions for that new piece of content down below. But before we get into it, do you find yourself with a habit that you actually dislike? Some habits, of course, are hard to shake. For me, it was nicotine for a long time, and I know how bad it feels when it's hard to change those habits. But today's sponsor made a significant difference to me, and we're talking about Fume. For a long time, Fume have been making flavored air devices, and they're forging a new movement which can help us towards more positive habits. Importantly, Fume has no gross addictive chemicals. It doesn't make clouds and it isn't an electronic device. Instead, it simply pulls air through a core, which produces a mild flavor while being sleek and discreet. Equally important, Fume is the boost that can help you change your habits for the better, creating a replacement that you can fidget with and help to forget about your old ways. They come in loads of great flavors. My personal favorite is crisp mint, which is fresh and it reminds me why I needed to switch things up. But the other best thing about Fume is that it helps to alleviate some of the pressure of changing your habits, and a lot of times, simply having something to help get you off to the right start makes a massive difference. So why wait? Fume can help you take control, which is why they've helped over 700,000 people on their journey so far. No vapor, no chemicals, just natural flavors and better health. Head to tryfume.com/houndish via the link below, or scan the QR code on screen today, and you'll get an exclusive free Fume topper to elevate your experience. If you think you need it, you probably do. Be sure to check the details below, and thanks to Fume for sponsoring the video. We will additionally get a new game update this week that will partially load in the Dawning, as well as bringing a couple of fixes. So I will, as always, keep you posted on the changes. Keep in mind, we will get new daily and weekly objectives with the launch of the weekly reset. I have not been paying enough attention to the season hub. That's why I haven't ranked up all that much, despite the fact that I've actually been playing the game quite a bit. We will also get a new Vanguard alert this week at the reset. So that means a new activity featured and a new weapon for both the quick play variants and the Grandmaster. So I'll keep you posted with those at the reset on Tuesday. And then the other addition for the week is the launch of the Dawning for the year. So Bungie have said the Dawning will come back and it will last for 3 weeks this time around. We can see there will be some new armor, which is kind of wolf themed, which is pretty cool. On top of that, there will be a snowball fight PvP game mode, which I think is optional, since a lot of the rewards are either through delivering cookies or the portal in general, but nonetheless, if you want a snowball fight PvP mode, that's going to be an option. Bungie have also said that we will get some new cookies, so that includes the Dark Matter Drizzlers for the Dean of the Aeonians on Kepler, and the Peanut Butter Paw Prints for Archie in the tower. So a couple of new cookies to deliver, if that's your thing. Otherwise, there'll be some updated and new weapons as well. So we get the Mistral Lift, which is a Void Linear Fusion Rifle. I think that's Adaptive Burst. Also, there'll be the Permafrost, which is a Stasis Wave Frame Grenade Launcher, and the Thimble Winter Switch, or Stitch, I always say that, which is a Precision Frame Arc Sidearm. So some cool things coming up with the Dawning in terms of weapons, armor, and of course there'll be plenty of cosmetics, both in the Eververse store and through the event track for the Dawning. So I'll keep you posted with that as well when we get to the weekly reset, but let us know if you're hyped for another year of the Dawning down in the comment section. For content outside of Renegades though, of course some of it in the portal, there are also things like the Edge of Fate weekly missions here on Kepler, which I believe can still drop high tiers of gear. There's also the Sieve and the Loot Cave if you're still hunting down any Kepler rewards, so worth keeping that in mind. And then in the World tab for our Legacy Raids and Dungeons, of course, they exist inside of the Legends tab itself, with some of the raids and dungeons, or any of the destinations. Those are now totally farmable for both exotic and legendary rewards. So if you're missing out on any of the older things, maybe it's Icebreaker or something else, but we can farm away for them, which is certainly something. Additionally, this week we can expect the Eververse store to be populated largely with festival or dawning related things, should I say, so I'll keep you posted with that as we head into the reset as well. But the final legacy thing in the World tab will be the Ascendant Challenge in the Dreaming City, and this week it should be the Shattered Ruins, which can be found via the Spine of Keris, so not too difficult to get to, but if you want to find it, I'll run a clip showing the location at the end of the video. So for the moment, guys, that is what we have to round up in Destiny 2 this week. As always, I'll keep you up to date with what Bungie have to say through the week. I believe we will get the final TWID of the year this reset as well, so I'll keep you up to date with that. But if you found the video helpful, a rating very much helps me out on the channel. And let me know once again if you'll be diving in for another week in Destiny 2. Another big shout out to our friends Fume for sponsoring the video today. If you want to improve your habits and get a boost to help you find better habits, then check out Fume in the description box. All of the details are down there, as well as an exclusive deal only available via the link in the description box. So cheers to Fume for sponsoring the video. But otherwise, I appreciate you tuning in, and I hope you guys have an awesome day.